Do you see what I see? Squatting down nice and low on this fence post up here is a bearded dragon. Look, because the temperature's not very warm, he's happy for me to walk right over. That is an eastern bearded dragon. Look at that prehistoric skin. How cool is he? Look, I'm only right here. If he was warmer, he would have run away by now. Like all reptiles, these guys are cold-blooded, which means they rely on the heat to warm them up. Now, bearded dragons like to get their heat from above, and that's why you see them sitting up high off the ground like this fella, soaking up some of the sun, although the sun today is a little bit filtered by cloud. So bearded dragons like to bask. They get their heat from above to keep warm. That's why you often see them lift their front half up, just get as high as they can. Whereas skinks, like the blue-tongued lizard, which is a skink, skinks like to get their warmth to warm their blood up from underneath. So a blue-tongued skink will lay on a rock, on a warm log, on the road. They lay really flat to the ground to get their warmth from below. And that's why, unfortunately, they end up run over by cars. But anyway, back to this eastern bearded dragon. The bearded dragons that we see in pet shops and that people keep as pets are called central bearded dragons. And this is an eastern bearded dragon. And I will be perfectly honest with you, the only way that I know that is by the location. I'm down here in northeast Victoria. The central bearded dragons are up closer to the centre of Australia, where it's a lot more arid and a lot warmer. There is a way to tell the difference, to tell them apart, but I'm not really sure what that is, to be quite honest. They're very, very similar. That's not the colour. A lot of people think the central bearded dragons, they look a lot redder. They do look redder because they blend into the background. This guy looked almost yellow a moment ago. Now that I'm closer to him, he's gone really dark. They change their colour like a lot of lizards to blend in and hide. So basically the only way I know that he is an eastern bearded dragon is because of where I've found him, near Wangaratta in northeast Victoria. Now this is the biggie, folks. Never, ever, ever take one of these beautiful little creatures from the wild and put them in an enclosure. That is the worst thing in the world that you can do. Bearded dragons make fantastic pets. They are central bearded dragons. These eastern bearded dragons are a lot more flighty. They never settle, they never relax, and they can become quite snappy and bite your kids' fingers. Central bearded dragons that we have as pets are bred in captivity. That is all they know. Being enclosed and held by people and patted and fed by hand, that's all they know. That's why they're such great pets. To take an animal from the wild and put it in your yard as a pet is cruel on the animal, and they don't make good pets anyway. Imagine if you took a fox from the wild and tried to feed it and rub its belly like a dog. You'll never do it because it's a wild animal. And it's the same with this fella. You will never tame a wild animal. Bearded dragons, folks, they're awesome pets, but the best thing you can do is get them from a pet shop. Central bearded dragons, get your wildlife licence and leave these awesome pets out in the bush, these awesome wild animals out in the bush where they belong. See ya, buddy, I won't pick you up. He actually looks dead, doesn't he? He's hoping that I just walk away and leave him alone. Alright, see ya, buddy. I'm actually going fishing now to see if I can catch a trout and make a fishing video. You enjoy the rest of your day on this log, won't you? Awesome, how cool is that?